What's up? You're off in God's country with your boy, Reid
and Dan
Isbell, also known as the Brothers Hunt, where we take a weekly drive to the intersection of country music and the great outdoors. Two things go together, like arm tattoos of a fire-breathing dragon with its claws coming at you, and 3-year-old tattoo artist. Pretty dope, actually. There's supposed to be eyes right here.
When I first saw it, I was like, did he get it? It was
just
real
What
quick.
if I just showed up with that?
I was like, what does that mean? Is it? I thought it was cardinal wings.
No, dude, it's
feathers.
It's dragon claws ripping through my skin and breathing fire out of its face.
Or two things that go together, like umpires and getting thrown out of Little League softball games.
Yep. Brought to you by MeatEater.
And
hit
it, Ray.
Everybody's favorite part of the podcast.
Not sure what we're doing
Tacova
today.
song.
I'll have to think about it.
Tacova sponsoring the show now, baby. Tacova
Why do you do it so
sponsoring
long?
the show now, baby. Might be hard to get off your feet if you don't wear socks,
but they give us a bunch of pairs, so we give them props, cause Tacova's sponsoring the show now, baby.
We're getting pretty good at harmonizing that part down.
Even I never really know what I'm going to do there. I just try to stay on the major scale. Sounds pretty good.
Trying to get musical on them.
Sounds pretty good.
Dude, Justin Moore.
Quickest guest we've had on the show. And by quick, I mean
quick.
Cat-like.
Quick. Busted a move on us. Busted a Justin Moore move on us. And
yeah, he did.
Kind of caught us off guard.
He said, I'm not fast, but I'm quick.
Yeah, he did. Quick like a cat. Man, always known that guy was cool. Always thought that guy was cool. But
turns out he was.
He confirmed it today.
Confirmed.
Dude gets it. Loves his family. Loves the Lord. Loves the outdoors. Loves country music. But
and I think
but he's got his priorities.
It was nice the
order.
way he didn't like degrade Nashville. He was just like, Nashville's giving me some great things. I just knew I didn't want to live here.
Yeah.
I respect that. Respect.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Put some respect on Justin Moore's name.
That's right. Got a bunch of number ones. Does a great gravorite at the end of it. You're gonna love it. So stick around and watch it. Listen to it. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for following. Thanks for leaving us 5-star reviews. Even if it's just like a nice thanks for what you're doing to us, even though we're not doing anything. Love you guys show. 5 stars. It helps a ton. Sounds like the roast is ready. That was a long one.
Was that longer?
I think he found a new one. You're a pro, Ray.
It's like, dang.
You're so pro.
I was like, is he keeping that going while Reid talks? That's incredible. Wow.
Roast is done.
It's done. Let's
sounds
see
like
what
the
we got today.
Potatoes.
Hey, let's do a nice. We'll do a mean one and a nice one.
The carrot smells like the carrots are perfectly soft enough.
You have to leave it in for 8 hours to get the carrots soft.
Smells like
potatoes don't take that long.
The pepperzinis, which is that's a tip. That's a pro move on a roast.
Deconstructed. Yep.
Put about 5 in them. Let them eat them too. But yeah.
You smell something is the name of this podcast
That's
review.
the listener.
Podcast nickname is his name. Weekly reminder from Dan and Ben. Oh, weekly reminder from Dan and Ben.
This guy knows.
Or is it Reid about the impossible balance of parenting and working full time? Something they didn't learn from their dad, who fished 6 days a week and preached on Sunday.
Still does.
Hey, don't you?
That's exactly what's happening right now.
He's gonna be so mad you out him for that.
He's ripping brim out of the brim hole right now.
Dan proves that short shorts are not for everyone and rocks the boots just to make us cringe even more. And Reid's childlike good looks and soprano singing voice attracts men from all over town.
Attracts men?
Resulting in his wife having to be on set at all times to fend them off.
Praise God.
This is the podcast we can all relate to. Bravo, 5 stars. That's a back home guy.
That's especially if he said Ben. For my first name's Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Ben? It's not Ben, but it's Reid.
Indeed. Let's read a nice one. Love the show from T-Hale51. I've been listening since the first episode premiered and look forward to new episodes that drop every week. I'm from West 10 and enjoy hearing the stories from Dan and Reid and the artists and songwriters that they have on the show. One recommendation I would have would be get David Nail on there. He's an excellent songwriter and singer. I would love to hear his story and background. Keep up the great work, and I look forward to the next episode. Thanks, Thale51.
At a red light in the sunshine on a summer day, nothing to say.
Yeah, I could play it if you want me to.
That's a good one, man.
We don't have time.
Yeah, that was a mean one turned a nice one, and then just a nice one.
So we don't care what they are as long as they're 5 stars. It really does good work for the podcast.
It helps us put the roast on the table for our kids. Hey, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Enjoy Justin Moore. He's awesome. Peace.
Keith
Everybody,
Whitley,
we're
man.
speed.
Huh?
Keith Whitley.
He's the guy.
kidding me?
He's the man.
Undefeated.
Had he not passed away, I think he would have been Alan Jackson, George Strait big.
1,000%.
Yeah, I'm with that.
He was well on his way.
Because what was he
Yeah.
like? How old was he? 40?
30s?
Was he 30s?
Early 30s.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Goodness,
early 30s.
man.
He just rode hard. You know, he's a road hard
Yeah.
guy.
Is that what it was, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
he drank himself to
that and Lori
death.
Morgan.
Yeah.
That and Lori Morgan, allegedly.
That Lori Morgan what?
That's what, I mean,
Are you saying she killed him?
made him drink himself to death, right? Allegedly.
She made him drink himself to
I
death?
thought you were. Never mind.
Let's get into this. We got a dadding, a deer killing, 13 #1 songs singing, including If Heaven Wasn't So Far Away, Small Town USA, This Is My Dirt, and Beta Hook, baseball and softball coaching, Arkansan, Mr. Justin Moore.
Yes, sir.
Himself
What's up, guys?
on God's country.
Thank
today.
y'all for having me.
Dude, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming all the way to Nashville just for this podcast.
And
then turn around and
For
going home.
sure.
And thanks,
He has nothing else to do this week.
whether you know it or not, you actually helped me. Not really just helped, but you actually
Come out of the closet.
got me. You actually got me my first publishing deal. Because you cut a song with me and Randy Montana's called Rebel Kids. And that's what started.
Did you co-write
Dude,
that?
I absolutely forgot
What a
that.
great song.
I forgot about that.
Thank you.
Great song.
That is a
You
great song.
cutting that song started my major publishing deal, and I've been there for 11 years.
Man, somebody recently, I forget who it was, a friend of mine sent me, hey, you can send the song from iTunes or whatever
yeah.
on text. They just sent it to me like 2-3 days ago and
Really?
goes, great song.
Wow.
And I forget who it was, but it was a great song.
You when you cut that, you know how Nashville works.
Was that your first? Was that your first?
Second. It was my second cut in Nashville, but my first major label, major record. Cut.
Randy's great.
One of our best.
Randy's one of our best
friends.
buddies. Yeah, we love Randy.
He's awesome.
Love him.
Yeah, love
He's
his
a great
family, love his
songwriter,
kids,
great human.
love his
He's
dad.
been on here.
Love his dad. Billy's great.
they're all
of
great.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably write once every 2 months. Just kind of, he lives out there kind of close to me, and we just pop over there in the barn, and we had been writing that day, and man, when I heard you were going to cut that song, I was like, oh my gosh, that's going to change my life, and it did. It really set me on the path to having a major.
I wish it would have been a single.
Same,
So, yeah,
Of course. Yeah.
but no,
that was pretty
great,
much-
great song.
That was pretty
man.
much our childhood. I mean, all those.
Daddy drove a bobcat, mama poured skillet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yep,
Pour coffee at the cast iron skillet.
Shared the
Same part as the Amico.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Dude, let's do it. I'll sing it.
Okay.
I remember me and my brother pouring out.
Busting
Yeah.
through a screen door.
I can't remember the words clearly, but
I'll try.
How's it start?
This is we never start with a
Daddy
song.
drove a bobcat, mama poured
Coffee at the cast iron skillet that shared the same light as the Amico.
Wow, I can't believe you remember it.
What's next?
I remember me and my buddy busting out the screen door like a couple wild Indians, 10 speeds for horses as fast as we could go.
Yep.
And I ain't ashamed of how I was raised. Couldn't wipe the dirt, dust, the smile off my face. I still got the scars from growing up hard. There ain't a barefoot summer gone by
One more. Changed my life with that.
Hey, let's
tune.
play that
Thank
song that Justin cut of mine. There we go. I'm just kidding, man. I've sent you a few, but you
What a
never
great
replied.
song.
That is a great song, man.
You know, the thing about
That's a
that
great
song,
song.
honestly,
There's so many great lines in that song.
well, we were so young, we didn't even know what we were doing.
You and
know,
Randy.
yeah, me and Randy, when we
Yeah.
were writing it, it was just kind of like, I remember he had the title Rebel Kids, and
you weren't you hadn't been in town long enough to know to chase
know
anything too.
No.
To like try to do whatever.
hell no.
How old are you?
41.
Okay, I'm 41.
Right. I
So-
was, and that was probably 12 years ago. So,
Wow.
yeah, and we, he was like, I got this idea called Rebel Kids, and it's about this guy and this girl that sneak out and, they're rebellious. And I was like, well, I feel that. I said, but when you said that title, it reminds me exactly of how me and my brother came out, like busting through the screen door to our 10 speeds and then, shooting Coke cans. And I mean, we literally did that all the time. That's all we did. And that's it taught me
In a Coolwater Creek with a 10 pump pellet gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Indian Creek.
Yeah.
I mean, Hardens Creek, wherever we would go. Anyway, my point is like, it showed me that if you, as a songwriter, if you just write what you know, there's a better chance of it connecting
Yep.
than chasing something.
I learned that with Small Town USA.
Really?
Because so my first single was Back That Thing Up, which was I blame on Randy Houser
Yeah.
for it not being a hit
Why do you blame Randy?
because he wrote it.
I love that.
So
That's a singing son of a gun, too.
yeah, that
God.
joke.
That whole crew is, man.
One of my great friends in this business, but so at the time when I signed my record deal, if you had like 2 singles that missed,
You're out.
like you're gone.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You got 2 shots.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so, like I said, I'm your age.
Yeah.
And so
So your first one missed, and
first
were you
one
sweating
missed. It went to like 38.
Yeah, I remember hearing the song. It wasn't like it just completely missed. It just didn't go all the way up.
It was pretty big mess.
Okay. I'll let you say it.
And so
I like an honest man.
yeah. So the label wanted to put out Small Town USA, and I thought, I don't know, man. Like I don't know if that's going to connect with, like you said, I don't know if that's going to connect with people.
Sure. Because that's 2010-ish. I don't know exactly when, but it was or 12-ish.
It
or so.
was 08, 09.
Oh, earlier than that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so maybe even 07. I don't remember.
Okay.
It was sometime back in there. And I learned with that song, if you can connect with if it's true to you and it's honest to you, it connects with people.
It's pretty honest to a lot of people.
To your point.
Yeah. I remember
so-
hearing that because that was kind of the first time I think I'd heard you as an artist, kind of
Yeah.
like your vocal and your thing, and that and the sun and the and on the boat of race. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
who's doing that?
I
Like,
think that,
that
perked,
ain't.
I think that perked everybody up. Like, okay.
I was like, there ain't nobody on the radio that's doing that.
No.
Yeah, live. I'm kind of pissy at myself that I did that because I have to do that
Oh,
live.
yeah,
now.
every song.
I'm like,
Or
why
every time.
why did I do that?
I mean, that was
yeah.
a great song.
I think it
Thank
set
you.
you apart too as a real life country singer. You know what I mean? It had been a minute
I
since
agree.
we had an old good Southern singer.
That could get it. Yeah.
Yeah, at the time it was still somewhat traditional country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then through the middle part of my career, then it turned into like the
FGL world.
the bro country, and I didn't name it that, but
Yeah.
other people did.
It's kind of where the
and
genre went.
Yeah, and we just kind of kept doing traditional country, and thankfully, country radio stuck with us, and we just kind of kept rolling. I don't know why, but I'm certainly thankful.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because you stayed true, and I think your fans, they want that. They want you to.
They do.
You know, and if you if you had turned,
But
they'd have turned.
Sorry, you're also the kind of artist though that can like. I mean, one of my favorite tunes you've done, and we're 9 minutes into this thing talking deep into the music. This never happens.
Yeah.
We had Hardy on like one of the first episodes and talked. It was an hour and 47 minutes, and we were like, how we got done? They were like, how'd that go? They were like, oh, that was great. You just talked about music for 7 minutes.
Well, yeah.
You talk about hunting for an hour and 40 minutes. But I think one thing that I mean, my favorite song you've ever done, I think is
besides Rebel Kids.
Besides Rebel Kids, is Somebody Else Will. I mean, that's
oh wow.
I've got an R&B. I got an R&B like
because that's a total different
totally
sound for us.
We're like I kind of tend to go that R&B route and melodically wise and you know I had him as an older brother, and my oldest sister, her favorite was Brian McKnight and Blackstreet and Genuine and those things, and then I was getting taken to school by him, and it was Garth Brooks.
Let's do it, ride it, my pony, jump on it.
Yep, let's beat it, dude, all day long.
Come and jump on it,
dude. So like Somebody Else Will the final.
I got slapped by my ex-girlfriend by dancing with a girl at a dance
to Pony.
To Pony.
Hell
Your ex-girlfriend slapped you?
Yeah.
Man,
I didn't marry her.
Dog, I've been slapped by a girl before, and you would think like, oh, getting slapped by a girl doesn't. She clubbed me and almost knocked me out in the garage in Nashville.
It was
tough.
I was about to say it wasn't
But
jump.
somebody
Jordan
else
knocked me out too.
I forget. I think that was maybe our like third album, fourth album, something like that, and it was totally different for us. We had never done anything like that, so that's funny to hear you say that's your favorite.
It's my favorite song, and I think like it was like your country, your vocal country vocal on it, the timbre of your voice on something on top of that, man, like. That was, I think it opened the doors for other people to write songs like that and be able to do that type of thing.
It was definitely R&B-ish, like you said.
Yeah, I love Adam Hambrick. Sure. I'm a huge Adam Hambrick fan.
Guy.
He's from Mississippi. He's a Mississippi kid.
So, funny story about Adam. So, he was playing, he's from Arkansas, where I'm from.
That's right. He's from Arkansas, moved to Corinth. That's what you're thinking.
Grew up in Corinth, though. Yeah. Went to high school.
But Arkansas.
And so.
Yeah, he's a big Arkansas basketball fan.
Yeah, so. I'm watching Good Morning Arkansas. This was, golly, this had to be 2011, 12, something like that.
It was.
And I see him on there, and I'm like, oh, this should be good. Because normally, normally on those local shows, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good, ever.
I hate to be that way, but it's not.
Dude, it's not.
And I'm like, damn, this guy's pretty good. And then I come back and I go, he's real good.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
He's stupid good.
And so I texted Stover, who we both know, my producer, and I go, check this guy out because I think he's really, really good. Maybe I'm crazy. And he goes, he's amazing. I go, yeah, I thought so too.
Okay, good.
Anyway, I had his one of his first cuts. It was a song that I did with Miranda Lambert called "Old Habits."
Yeah.
And then somebody else will.
Yeah, he's a killer, man.
Was another one.
He's a killer.
That was his second number one. He had a number one before.
How not to with Dan and Shay.
Yeah, Dan and Shay.
Yeah,
that was So.
He's that guy too. He's got that R&B bone in him for sure.
Ain't no doubt.
He's smooth.
Ain't no doubt.
Oh yeah, and he's a great singer.
He's killer.
I mean, he's
great writer,
incredible.
great singer. He's just a musician.
Hey, see what you think about this song. I wrote it on the way in today.
We wrote it on the way in. See if you want to cut it. Put both of us on it. I'm gonna do it Justin Moore style. Oh yeah, keep that going right there.
Hurry up.
What you mad at? Just tell us what it is. What you mad at? Is it your in-laws' kids? Might be your boss man, I can't hear it. Or your neighbor's cat. Just tell us what you're mad at. You like that?
I do. I don't think it's a hit.
Did you hear his voice go?
I like the melody.
You can change some things.
Yeah, you can write a second verse
Okay.
if you want to.
Yeah. Cool. That's the intro.
Maybe we should get with Montana on
Yeah.
that one.
Man, we don't need Randy. I don't need Montana.
We need him.
Yeah. What are you mad at, Dan? You're mad.
My 3-year-old dropped a Nerf gun on my toe, and I think he broke my toe.
Oh gosh, dude, you just broke your tunky.
So now I got a broke pinky.
Your pinky.
A broke toe. And the thing is,
You've been with that pinky for a month
I
now.
picked the
too.
Nerf gun up, and it's not even that heavy. It's not a heavy gun. It's just the exact like.
Oh, the drop.
Yeah.
You could. Yeah, I've done it with shampoo.
No, I get it.
It popped, and I was like, God, oh, boom! What the? Oh, I didn't say nothing.
What the what?
What?
That's what you gotta say. What the what?
I didn't say nothing. But I'm telling you right
No,
now, it hurts.
Did you close
This-
fist your hand and do like this to him?
to my own fist?
This is probably monotonous and boring, but I hate when people drive slow in the left lane.
My God, just going in.
Didn't you
I
do
mean-
that one? That same thing.
I did. I was
I know
mad.
that's
Yeah.
probably boring, but
Yeah. Mine.
but
the
I
other-
hate it.
Mine the
I
other
just
day.
drove from my wife and I. We have a place in Florida. We just went to the beach.
Nice.
And we drove from our place in Arkansas to the beach, and it was constant. I'm like, get the F
Yeah.
over, please,
Please.
go over there.
Yeah, dude. That's what it's made
Turn
for.
your blinker on or don't.
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
even care. Just
Yeah.
get over.
Yeah, get out of the fast
Especially when
lane.
me up your dude. Like,
Yeah.
Scooter, you should obviously see I'm on you.
Yeah.
And then when they get like with another car they're going the same. They're both doing
Oh, yeah,
65
yeah.
and a 75. It's the worst.
That's the worst.
I'm glad this morning because I fixed my running boards that Dan broke.
Didn't break it. Let me explain how this went down.
Literally broke them because I
Are
went
they the automatic ones?
the amp research.
So
So you broke them?
well,
Yes,
I gotta-
literally broke the teeth off of gears.
Stop saying literally so much.
Literally broke them.
So I
Literally
go to drop. I go to get in the truck to back up to put the boat in, and when I open the door, it goes.
No. That's
I
a
was
lie.
like-
That's a lie. It's a lie.
I was like,
No,
okay.
that's a lie. Don't. I'm not letting
It's
you get
not a
away with
lie.
that one. When he opened the door, it goes and just stopped right here. It's supposed to go all the way down. It didn't start popping until you stepped on it. So I was in the boat getting my.
Dude,
I was ringing.
are you gonna talk all day, or are you gonna let somebody else talk?
I'm just not going to let you get away with a lie today. And he stepped on it and went. I was 100 yards away and I heard pop. And I looked
No,
up.
I kind of gave it the old 1, 2.
I looked up and Dan goes, "It wasn't down all the way. It is now." And I was like, "Wait!" And then he closed the door and started going pop, 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 pop.
Yeah,
And I was like,
started doing it again.
"Help it
It's
up!
down all the way down.
Help it up!" And we were already
I'm
fighting.
in the truck, and he's going, "Help it, help it!" from the boat in the lake, and I'm like,
He's going,
"How do
"How do I help it?"
Oh, you mean reach out the window and go all the way down there and pull your stupid cheap running board up, man? What do you mean to do?
Shoot, look them things up on the internet. They ain't cheap. I didn't buy them, but they ain't cheap.
So yeah, there's the entire story.
So anyway, I got in there and fixed them. I fixed them. I went mechanic on them and fixed them, and now they're working because you broke them and they're fixed now.
No, I'd
All right,
heard,
let's talk about hunting for a little bit.
I'd heard it do that
Yeah.
popping before.
Yeah, let's talk about something important.
Yeah, no joke. All right, I'm just gonna.
Enough of this
I'm gonna
music
start. Yeah, I know. Dan just went straight into music, which we don't want to talk about at all. If you had one afternoon or one morning, just a little 4-hour period to be hunting or fishing something, where would you be?
Whitetail.
Okay, where and when?
Probably at home
Arkansas?
because I know
Sure.
Yeah.
the area
Yeah.
the best. But Arkansas is world famous for duck hunting.
Yeah.
I live hour and a half from Stuttgart,
Okay.
which is
More central? Are you like close to Little Rock in there?
I'm like south of Little Rock,
Okay.
about 50 miles. But I love whitetail for some reason. I've hunted elk and
Muleys and
muleys and like
Pronghorn,
all of the
of it, yeah.
above. For some reason, I just love whitetail
Same.
hunting. I don't know why. I just do. So that would be my pick.
Yeah, I mean, I always say mine too. Mine's whitetail hunting. Probably now in Kansas. I mean, in the Midwest,
Kansas
and
is
Iowa.
pretty awesome.
Iowa's great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But yeah. So do you have? Did you grow up hunting? What was your first introduction into the outdoors?
My grandfather was a big hunter. My dad's dad, and he was my hero. Like he was
The guy.
the dude.
Yeah.
For me. He passed away, unfortunately, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. But he was my hero, still is, even though he's gone. But he's the one that took me hunting and taught me how. And then my other grandfather, my mom's dad, taught me about fishing. So I got hunting from one and
That's cool.
fishing from the other. And but I mean, I love both, but I love to hunt. So
What time of year is your favorite time of year to hunt?
Rut.
You a November guy? Yeah.
Rut.
Yeah.
Arkansas is kind of a sleeper whitetail state, man. I don't really.
There's not a lot of big ones.
I've heard of some people killing some bigger deer on the river.
On the river, yeah. I mean,
Now, if you go
Delta.
like to the Delta,
Yeah.
that area, there's big deer.
Yeah.
And
That's running all the way up and down the river, though. I mean,
yeah, I'm in a pretty good lease back home as well, where there's pretty big deer, but we manage them like you can't shoot, but this type of deer, and you know what I mean.
Sure.
Like, it's so that makes a difference.
yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Delta is where they eat soybeans and rice and
All year
that.
long. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're studs.
Yeah.
Did the
over
duck bug ever bite you?
Not really.
Same.
Which is weird, man, because it's a huge thing in Arkansas.
The biggest,
Like I
probably.
said.
I mean, arguably.
Yeah.
Just like
The
talking
state.
to you from like just knowing you now, you don't seem like a duck guy. Like duck
I'm
duck
not
guys
a big
have a
duck
thing.
hunter.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'll go,
Yeah.
but I suck at calling.
Same.
And
Give him a
I'll
little,
go and
give him a
shoot
little
them.
duck call right here.
But here's my thing.
Give him a little cut action.
I don't like to eat duck. I don't think it tastes good.
Not even like duck poppers.
Not really.
Just more cream cheese.
So
in my
I'd
opinion.
rather go kill something I'd rather eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I'm with that.
This is my best attempt. That's all I can do.
That's way better than me. I can
You gotta give him
promise you.
You gotta give him
No,
something you
it's
suck
too
at.
loud. It's too loud. It's too loud.
Now I'll go and hang out and like normally like when I go, it's with guys that are ballers or whatever, and
That's what we do.
They're pouring drinks in the
what we do.
blind,
Yeah.
and I'm like, whatever.
Little hard iced tea. What are those iced teas?
Like,
What are the twisted teas? Oh,
yeah.
that's what we crush those in the double blind. But well, that's what we do. We're like a one time a year, go for a few days,
Right.
kill a bunch of ducks, just see it, and then I'm
Shoot
good.
a bunch.
Yeah,
Shoot a bunch.
Look,
and it's
ain't
gotta
trying
be
to-
it's gotta
I
be
ain't-
after deer season's
I
done.
ain't trying to break ice. I ain't trying to set up decoys.
3:30 in the morning out
No,
there. Yeah, dude.
screw that.
Miss
Sleep in
me
the
with
boat.
all that.
Sleep in the boat
yeah.
for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm with that, dude.
I did that one time.
I like to go sit in my redneck blind. And I got my heater. Not that I even need it, because redneck blind, they're pretty warm.
Are you sponsored by them or something?
No. I wish I was.
Same.
I could use a sponsorship.
We could
We
all
good too.
use a sponsorship.
But no, I'd rather go sit in that and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the aloneness of deer hunting that really draws me into it, honestly, is the lack of conversation and the lack of talking.
That's the thing about duck hunters is they can't the camaraderie of a blind is what draws them to the blind. They can't sit like I got like John Pickle, love him to death. He listens to this podcast and he will agree with me that he cannot sit in a deer stand by himself.
See,
That's
a
why
loner.
I don't. Me too.
I love sitting by. I will say though, so my two youngest daughters both killed their first deer this year.
Come on.
Sitting with me.
That's
The
dream.
coolest thing of all time. One of them is 10 and one's 13.
So how many kids you got? You got
We have 4. We have 3 daughters, 15, 13, 10.
yeah.
Our boy's 7.
Okay.
And so
So the 2 middle girls or the
two
youngest,
younger
yeah.
girls both killed their first deer, and I cried.
Heck yeah.
Literally. I mean, I've got a video I can show you guys of us tracking their deer,
Wow.
and I mean, it was the coolest thing of all time.
So set it up. How'd you take them? When'd you take them? What were the deer?
Did they show interest before, or were you like, "Hey, we're going today, and you're going with me"?
No, both of them are like way in.
Okay.
My oldest daughter, she scoped herself a couple of years ago.
That'll take it out of them.
And she's out right now.
That hurts.
Understandable.
My son wants to, but he's 7.
Yeah.
So he can't,
Yeah.
he's a little too young. But I tell you what, my 10-year-old is the one that is obsessed, and she is dead eye. Like, she shoots better than me.
Huh. What you got her shooting?
She shot a 223.
Perfect.
And then my older daughter, 13-year-old, shot a 270.
You have them suppressed, or you like?
That one's suppressed.
Yeah.
But she waited for it to go from 100 yards to about 200 yards, and she shot it right in the backbone. But the other one
deadly.
the other one shot my 10-year-old shot a deer that was probably the size of that guitar bag over there. I literally picked it up and just threw it in the back of my
Good job,
truck.
baby.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's
It was a lot of fun.
So, do you feel like your hunting now is more geared to? Because we have this conversation all the time. Like, we both have young kids, and they're coming up, and we saw it with my dad too. Like, my dad was super. I mean, he's the biggest. And talk about a whitetail guy. I mean, he literally will pass up an elk hunt because he's like, I can't miss a rut in Tennessee. Like, I ain't going elk hunting. But we saw the switch in him to where, like, it was hardcore with him, hardcore. He was getting after it. We saw the switch turn to us, and then it was all about us hunting.
Yeah.
And he got more, and we saw it, like, he had more. He enjoyed that more, I think, than going out there by himself.
Oh, I did. Yeah. I'm telling you, I told you guys, I cried when my daughter killed this deer. And, I remember my grandfather, who I talked about, teaching me how to hunt. Mm-hmm. And I saw him make the switch. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't even need to take a gun now because you're doing it.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing this year. It was so much more. I've killed so many big deer, as you guys have, I'm sure. And I enjoy every experience. And I've killed a lot of elk and different things. And but to have the opportunity to see the joy on my 10-year-old daughter's face,
That's it.
That's it. It was amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait for that, honestly.
That's so awesome.
Dude, it's so cool.
It seems like your hunting just kind of kicks into a new gear, and it means something totally different to you than, And we got a few years. I mean, my oldest is 6 almost, so I got some time.
And to me, the moments inside the deer stand are what makes it. So like I'm handing her a blanket and she's watching her iPad or whatever.
Yeah. Seeing the first deer come across.
And like this particular deer for my 10-year-old, she slaps me like this with the back of her hand. She goes, "Dad, there's a deer." I go, "All right." I go, "You own it? Are you on it? All right. Squeeze. Don't jerk. Squeeze the trigger." Bam. Just hammered it. Yeah. So that's super
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then my 13-year-old, like I said, it came out at like 100 yards. I'm like, shoot it.
Yeah.
Shoot it. Shoot it. It walks to like 120 yards. It walks to like 150 yards. I go, it's about to go over that fence out there, 200 yards. And I go, squeeze it, squeeze. She squeezes and it hammers it. Hit it in the backbone, broke its backbone, but but yeah,
put them down,
hammered it.
I've heard of guys that like take their kids. They'll say like, it's hard to get time with them at home because especially when they're growing up, they're getting into their teens, they want to do their own thing.
Especially with the iPads and the iPhones and all that stuff.
And they talk about, they're like, you talk about quality time. I mean, that what you're saying is getting them out into the woods and in a deer blind where you're sitting there for hours on end, just you and them. They're like, well, I can't wait to do it. Some of the best time I get with my kids. Yeah, it's awesome. And that looking back for me, a rite of passage for guys who hunt is when you can sit by yourself. Yeah. True. Without your dad or without your papa or whatever. Yeah. For me, I always sat with my grandpa. Even when I was like 18, 19 years old, I sat with my grandpa because I just love spending that time with him. Sure, dude. And so,
good on you for recognizing that young, that much quality time with him.
Yeah. And so, I hope my kids will, feel the same way. I don't know that they will, but I hope so.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Did y'all cook it up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do with it?
Fry it.
Yeah, man.
Tenderloin.
Oh, baby.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Gravy and biscuit.
Heck
little roll it, pat it out, tenderize it.
Heck
Golly, I bet my dad's eating fried tenderloin right now.
Italian dressing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then bread it and fry it.
Yep. Done the same.
We're going elk hunting this year for where
are you going?
The for real first time, New Mexico.
Okay. I've never been to New Mexico. I've been to Colorado and Montana.
It's the one thing in our hunting kind of like careers that we haven't done is go out there and chase them.
They're so huge.
Yeah.
I know you know that, but when you actually see them, you're like, holy cow. Yeah. Like, they're huge.
Yeah. We ran up on one in Montana when we were mule deer hunting, and I literally thought somebody's horses had gotten out because it was the first one I'd ever seen. You're just not.
Yeah, but then you even see them standing next to horses, and
they're big.
They're huge.
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah, they're enormous.
Tell us a little bit about your Colorado hunt last year, or just tell us about your elk story. Best elk story you got.
My best one?
Yeah, just the best one. You got to be last year.
Colorado, I killed it was a decent elk. It wasn't great last year, but my favorite hunt was I hunted in Browning, Montana, which is the northernmost part of Montana.
Gotcha. Western, or no, I guess it'd be eastern.
The Glacier National Park, I think it's called.
Yeah.
The most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life. And we would ride in on horseback at like 3 a.m., which was it was like cowboys and Indians kind of stuff. And so we're riding around and we're glassing off of ridges and all this stuff. And literally the last day, I think we had hunted 5-6 days. And I finally got a pretty nice 6x6. And then showed up at the show. We were opening for Miranda Lambert at the time. Showed up at the show with blood like all over me.
Come on, man.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, do you get to do a lot of hunting when you're on the road? Like when
a little bit,
fishing
sometimes
and stuff?
like that when it works out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about it just because we don't know anything about it. Honestly, it's just something that unless you're get the opportunity to go do, we don't have any of that over here. You know what I mean? Anything even comparable?
They're kind of like whitetail. Really. I mean, I think like mule deer are stupid.
Yeah.
Whitetail are pretty smart.
Yeah.
Mule deer are curious. Like they'll come check it out.
But
They'll
they're
walk
stupid.
towards you.
Like the first mule deer I killed, I shot, completely whiffed, missed, and he just stood there and looked back at me like this, and I shot him.
That Tennessee and Arkansas whitetails headed to the next county if that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
A little more wary.
But I think elk are somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Maybe.
How was it? How was the eating?
Great. I've got a freezer full of elk as we speak.
Elk's delicious, man.
So yeah, it's great.
Do you see any?
I'm excited about
do you
that.
see any wolves in Colorado?
No, I don't think we saw any wolves, but I will say I did see on top of a horse, glassing a ridge, literally like a mile away. I saw a grizzly, and so
I know you're gonna say that.
I'm glassing, and the guide with me goes, "We got to go." I go, "Why?" He goes, "That's a grizzly." I go, like that speck, like way down there. He goes, "Yeah, it's probably a mile away. We gotta go." And I go,
He's like that speck, but
"A mile away?" He goes, "Yeah, he can make up that ground in no time."
Wow.
Which is, I was stunned by,
Yeah.
but
okay. Curveball question: would you rather be killed by a silverback gorilla or a grizzly bear?
whatever's quickest. I would think a grizzly, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, another
neither.
Another curveball question: if a silverback gorilla and a grizzly fought, who would win?
I would think a grizzly.
I'm going grizzly too. I'm going grizzly.
A lot of guys say silverbacks.
I just feel like with the claws, it's just kind of instant with the.
And they're quick, man.
Very
I just
quick.
told you they can make up a mile and like.
That's right.
So
Yeah, if that had been a gorilla down there, your guy would have been like, we're all right.
yeah, right.
I don't know, man. Silverbacks are mean.
I don't know how fast they are, distance runners. though.
Silverbacks are mean. No, I asked you about the wolves because a big thing right now is a hot topic in Colorado is the reintroduction of wolves, and kind of how I don't know when they reintroduced them, but it's like they did their year-end review, and a lot of the
You're talking about like wolves.
wolves,
Okay.
reintroducing them to the wild out there. A lot of the cattle farmers around. Oh man, what's the town? What's the town we almost went elk hunting? Starts with a C. Anyway, Kremlin. Yeah, Kremlin, something like that. There's a farmer there that has seen almost like a 12% drop in calf and like calf production. One, either to killing, or two, either to the stress of his herd now because the wolves are coming in. And I mean, he's gone to the government, the local officials and everything. He's trying to get them. He's trying to get them out.
Yeah, there's a lot of people mad at wolves out there. I really don't. I mean, I understand why people want them around, and it's not that I don't want them around, but they got to be managed somewhat. And I feel like this topic is way smarter than me because we live here and we're not really in it as much. But I mean, I get where they're coming from. I mean, them jokers are
They're paying people. The Colorado CWF, I think is what it's called, are paying people $40,000 a year to be range riders, and it's where you can literally just hop on a horse and ride around herds in farms out there to keep
the wolves
wolves away.
I thought you were going to say to kill them. I'm like, well, why do they reintroduce them if they're paying people?
No, just to keep them away, just to get them to run out.
Yeah, it's tough subject.
All right, dude. Let's talk about your coaching career. Where do you see it ending? Are you gonna be in Fayetteville one day on the sidelines? Or?
I hope we don't fall that far that they need to hire me. But no, man, I grew up. I played baseball and basketball. We didn't have football because our school was so small. Our town was so small. We didn't have enough people. And so, but I love the game.
Mm-hmm.
I love sports, and I think sports teach you great lessons, how to succeed, how to fail.
Yeah.
How to lead.
How to be a teammate.
How to be led.
Mm-hmm.
How to lose.
Yeah. And so I'm thrilled that my kids have developed the same passion for it that I have, and they are okay with me coaching them.
Yeah.
And so I've coached all my daughters in softball and basketball, and then now I coach my son in baseball and football, and this year basketball.
That's awesome.
It seems like one of those things that once you start coaching, your kids are going to be like, well, you coached her, so you got to coach. And then there's no way out.
Oh, yeah. So my youngest daughter, who's 10, she's like, Dad, you coached Ella, you coached Ken.
What's up?
Come on, dude.
And so, but man, it's awesome. And the other thing for me is I love having the opportunity to, at least I think, or I'm trying to be a positive adult role model,
impact their lives
in our community,
for sure.
And so,
do you live in the town you grew up in?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Gosh, dude.
300 people.
Oh,
300?
Yep.
Wow.
dang.
That's
And
awesome.
so that's where I coach.
That's sick.
So
Have you had any, like, I remember I was in high school, I umpired some games, and I had to throw
Dan threw a deacon
of our church
out. It was like my best friend's dad.
But he totally deserved it. Totally deserved it.
I'm a bit of a pill, if you will, with umps.
Okay, so tell me you gotta have a good parent story tucked in there over the past 10 years.
Yeah, throw somebody under the bus
This
here,
was,
Justin.
I don't know, 10 years ago or something. I'm coaching my oldest daughter, who's now 15.
Set up the scenario so we can see whose side we're on in this. If we're on the ump side or your side.
Oh, we're on my side.
Well,
Yeah, I'm on Justin's side.
I haven't made up my mind. Well, you cutting a record anytime soon? Because if you are, I'm on your
He's still
side.
got songs going to the radio. I'm on
So
Justin's side.
I'm coaching third base, and our girl slides in. I don't remember if it was my daughter or what, but she slides in. She was safe. They called her out. It was a female umpire, and I go, "You missed that one. You missed that one."
A common
she
phrase
goes,
from a coach to an ump.
So she says, I forget what she said.
She clapped back a little bit. Okay.
I said, "Look, I've forgotten more about this game than you'll ever learn."
Oh, Justin. Quick.
Bring in the heat like a true skipper.
I was just going to say, from an objective standpoint, it seems a little quick, but I'll give it to you.
It was pretty obvious call.
Hey, in the heat of the moment, man.
So I go, you cost me a run.
So we're still going.
You cost me a run.
Mm-hmm.
So she's chill.
Mm-hmm.
And so the next play, we're totally out. Like, I don't remember the play, but like we're definitely out.
Yeah, like a throw to first, and obviously out.
Yeah, and she called the girl safe.
Oh, little makeup call.
And I go, "Thank you for the makeup call." She goes, "I don't do makeup calls." I go, "Well, you may not do makeup calls, but every other umpire does." And thank you for the makeup call. She should have tossed me.
I can't believe she did.
I mean, but to be honest with you,
I wish she'd been like, "I don't do makeup either. Meet me in the parking lot."
I'm gonna whip your ass. I'm finna whip your country singing.
Do you have parents like do they treat you like Justin Moore, the country singer? Or they treat you like Justin Moore grew up in a town of 300?
No, they treat me like anybody else.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's probably why you
which
stay
I
there.
love.
Yeah,
No
for
doubt.
sure.
No doubt. Dude, we're from a small town too. It's not 300, but I used to be mad at it. Like I used to I'm never moving back to my hometown. And I'm not going to. But I was just having this conversation with Casey Bethard yesterday. I was like, man, I think
love Casey,
dude,
by the way.
Salt.
He's our Nashville dad. He's awesome.
Is
the greatest, one of the greatest human beings I've ever met.
Totally.
Yes.
And it's like my manager, he's here, and he said this about other songwriters, and I think the same thing about Casey. Like, I know all the same words as Casey,
Yeah.
but I can't put them together like he does.
Ain't no doubt.
Like
He's an artist for sure. I mean,
he's ridiculous.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Next level.
He's just such a good dude. We were literally had yesterday off. Our nanny was gone, so we just kept the kids, and I was lounging in a pool, and he drove up. I live for 3 minutes from him.
Wait. Lounging in what pool?
In my little water slide.
Yeah, a kiddie pool, not lounging
it
in a pool.
It ain't a 36 footer.
It's $11 from Dollar General. You know, what I'm saying?
Dude, those things are expensive. It's an actual water slide.
I thought you meant the pool.
No, I was lounging in the water slide.
The water slide pool.
But anyway,
that's $200.
We were talking about it, and he actually started writing a song on me while we were talking about it. But I was like, man, I was mad at my hometown for a long time, but now I think about it. But he actually asked what I was doing tomorrow, if I was working tomorrow, and I said, yeah, we're podcasting with Justin Moore. He's like, dude, I love Justin. He's like, he said this, and this is actually what got us on that topic. He said Justin's a guy that gets it, and he's got it for a long time. And he was like, he's like, he lives in his hometown, and that's where we started talking about that. And man, I don't know, man. You can get caught up in you move to town with this like this hunger and this thirst for what Nashville holds and what you can get out of it and what it's going to bring you and working in it and succeeding in it. And then, man, you just kind of, you do that and you see behind the curtain and you live here for a minute and you kind of get a taste of it. And you really don't know what you had when you were living in a small town, when life was slow, when you knew everybody, when everybody treated you the same, when you could, leave your doors unlocked and all that stuff, man. And it just like, now having kids, I kind of wish they could grow up feeling that. And they do a little bit where we're at. We're not in town. We're 40 minutes south and, Thompson Station area, but they ain't got it like town of 300.
Well, I'll tell you this. So for me personally, I moved to town when I was 18 and I wanted to be George Strait. Right? I wanted to be bigger than anybody, sell more tickets than anybody. Then I got married, had kids, and my priorities changed.
Yep, supposed to.
And so God is number one for me.
Amen.
Number two is my family. And it's more important to me to be a good parent and a good husband than it is to be
George Strait.
The George Strait.
Yeah, man.
And so I thought for me personally, that would happen back home. I have a lot of great friends here in Nashville. Nashville was really good to me, but it just wasn't home. It just never felt like home.
Yeah.
And so, we moved back home. And
when did you make that decision? When was that? Because I don't even know if a lot of people know that. Like,
Pete, what year was that?
Yeah.
Maybe
2010, something like that.
Yeah, 10, 11, 12, something like that.
Did you know you always wanted to do that?
I did.
Yeah.
I never bought a house here.
Oh.
I couldn't make myself do it.
Yeah.
So we always rented, and we had my oldest daughter again, who's 15, and at the time she was, I don't know, 8, 10 months old, and we moved back. So you can do the math. I don't know, 14, 13, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it's been great for us. Like, for example, like my oldest daughter's second grade teacher was my second grade teacher.
That's so cool, man.
And
that's so great.
That's just one example of many.
Yeah.
I live again on the property I grew up on. I can hit a pitching wedge to my parents' house where I grew up over a pond.
Nice.
In a cow pasture.
It must be a pretty long pitching wedge. I mean, we in that 110 yards, 120 yards?
Yeah, about 100.
No, you can get 140.
Yards. Yeah, 100 yards.
Pitching wedge out there a little bit.
If I blade it.
Yeah, these new pitching wedges, man. If you hit it, it'll groove a little groove low, thin.
But it probably, to be honest with you guys, it's probably cost me some things.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask.
Yeah,
obviously,
it has. I mean, awards and that kind of stuff.
it's cost me.
Wait,
but
awards? Why would it cost you award? And why would you? No offense, but why would you care about awards?
I don't.
He don't, obviously.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I don't even go to award shows anymore.
Dude, good for you, man. You do get it.
Well, they're so by the book, and it's obvious.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
That there's no collusion in any of that stuff.
It's cost me things in my career.
I was going to ask you that. So obviously, the pros for your family are nuts. But if we just take family completely out of it, what do you think career wise that it's actually cost you? Because you're still hot, dude.
Awards.
You still sell tickets.
Probably tours.
You think not living in Nashville has cost you tours? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I don't give a shit.
Hey, man.
To be honest with you,
don't turkey gobble that one.
Here's the thing. I don't know if you can cuss on here.
No, you can't. We put turkey gobbles over.
But
I don't want to on that one because that's conviction, man. And I'm like, I like that.
Here's the thing. I want my kids 20 years from now to go, Dad was here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was here.
Yeah.
The whole time.
And he made us the priority.
Amen.
So,
yeah. So how much are you playing a year? How many shows are you playing a year?
We play about 75, 80.
Jeez, so you're like still that. I mean, that's going, dude.
But I remember playing 280.
Mm-hmm.
So 80 is like I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's well over every weekend. I mean, how are you doing that? During the week stuff or every weekend?
No, it's usually weekend. Yeah. I mean, like Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we take a lot of time. We've been off a lot this year. For example, I don't know that we've played more than 10, 15 shows this year so far. But I mean, we're about to get really busy in the summer.
Does your family ever get to travel with you? Do you take them on the road with you?
My kids do.
Yeah.
My wife does not care anything about coming out unless it's awesome. Like Chicago or Manhattan or she's like, "Where are you going?" I go, "Nah, I'm good." Yeah.
Detroit.
But the kids want to go.
Yeah.
So
did you ever see it playing out like this? Like did you see it when you moved to town or before you moved to town? When you made the decision, hey, I'm gonna go do music, try to do music for a living. Did you see it getting to a point where you've got 13 number ones, selling out, shows and being able to travel and
have been for 20 years?
Absolutely, having some of the biggest songs in this decade of country music.
I don't know that I saw that happening as far as the amount of success we've had, but. For some reason, man, I always thought I would do it. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but
it's crazy how many people answer with that. And they always say, "I don't know why," and don't think I'm a bad person.
And that's not.
I think that's a God thing, man. I really do.
It's a belief in yourself.
I think it's a God thing. I think it's faith, is what it is.
But if you told me I would have 20 plus top 10 records, and we've been doing this for now. Going on 2 decades, I don't know that I would have thought that. I mean,
well, that's a career to be proud of, man. You stood your ground, and you've been who you are the entire time, and even not knowing you personally, I knew that, and I think your fans know that, and I think this town knows that. And props to you, man, for staying true to yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Your family will benefit. I mean, from that. No,
and you obviously know this, but I mean that time with your kids and seeing them being able to coach that means way more than any accolade this town could ever give you, or any plaque you could hang on a wall, man.
Yeah, I think that's your awards. I think your awards are your 4 kids and seeing them, grow up and be successful and be good humans. More than that.
100%.
Yeah.
You just hosted your annual golf classic, raised more than $475,000 for St. Jude. That's awesome, man. Good on you for doing that.
Yeah, it's been a really cool experience for myself and my wife to be able to, I guess, spearhead that.
Yeah.
If you will, for I think this is our 5th year, and we're at like 5 million, 4 million raised,
awesome,
or something like that. And
that's awesome.
I'm really proud to be a part of country music for a lot of different reasons, but the fact that we do so much as a community for St. Jude, to me is something I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. You got a handicap you like to play?
I do. Right now I'm probably over 20.
Okay.
The best I was about 10.
Okay.
But that was a few kids ago.
Yeah.
So,
a few kids get a lot of time. Those are the 280 shows where you got 4 days to play.
That was when I got to play a lot more.
Yeah.
But
All right, we came up with a game, and I'm really excited about it. It's called Justin More, Just Enough, or Justin Less. Okay, so what you got to do is say more, enough, or less on the subject.
Let's just do. What do you mean enough?
Like it's enough. Okay,
is it more or less, or more enough?
Let's just do more or less.
No, it's more, just enough.
It was Justin More or Justin Less earlier.
You can say like, here's what, I'm gonna throw a subject out there. You say we need more of this. That's enough.
No, we need Justin More of this or Justin Less.
You need Justin More of this.
You gotta say your own name a lot.
There's just enough of this, or Justin Less of this. The last one doesn't really make sense. So here's my subjects. Recently, I've seen a video of Ernest with his shirt off, and we love Ernest. He's been on the show. He's awesome. I've also seen
Gavin
Who's
Adcock.
Ernest?
He's a singer here in town.
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold up.
I didn't know if you meant like the movie.
Oh,
No.
not Ernest
When I
B.
was a
Worrell.
kid.
No, not Ernest B.
okay,
Worrell.
that's what
No.
I was
Ernest the
thinking you were
artist.
talking-
Sorry.
okay.
By the way, if you
I
ain't
got
seen
you.
Ernest Saves Christmas, go watch Ernest Saves Christmas.
Okay.
All right. So
Because that was huge when we were kids.
Ernest goes to camp. Yeah. Turtle bites him on the nose.
All right.
I remember. So shirts off in country music is the subject. I've seen Ernest with his shirt off recently, which is, props to him. I'm a bigger guy myself. You got Warren Ziders coming out all oily and slicked up. Hot boy, Warren Ziders. And then you got Gavin Adcock. So when it comes to shirts off in country music performing, do we need Justin more of that? Is it just enough of that? Or Justin less of that?
Justin Less.
He gets it.
Okay, so you got a game.
Less.
Okay.
All right.
I saw Gavin and Warren were both on my team on the softball game.
Nice. The
couple nights
celebrity
ago.
softball game. Yeah, here CMA week.
Warren looks like he works out.
Yeah.
Gavin looks like he don't.
Like he drinks beer.
And may work out every now and then.
So I told Connor Smith, I don't know if you guys have had him on here,
Great dude.
but a great guy. I go, man, Hardy is way faster than I thought he was. He goes, Hardy's not here. I go, that's Hardy right there. He goes, no, that's Gavin. I go, no kidding. All right.
You definitely live in Arkansas, bro. I love that.
He goes, dude, that might be the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's amazing.
That's a good one.
That's amazing.
Do they not look alike?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. Goatees and
Built
Yeah, get long hair. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure. Especially if he had glasses
I
on.
like you even more now. Even
I
Justin,
like you
more,
Justin
now.
more now. All right. Second, these are yours. Do you want to take over? Here, I've got the list.
Let's just go down. Okay.
We don't have to do all of them.
Conspiracy theories. Justin Moore. Is there Justin enough of them or Justin less? You a tin hat guy? Was 9/11 an inside job?
I'd say just enough.
Okay.
TikTok.
So you think Teeter's on the fence?
TikTok.
Oh, less.
Okay.
Donald Trump media rants.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, me too.
Justin Moore. Let's
That's what I'm talking
go.
about. If you got one.
Can't kill my president.
No. Cold plunging.
Oh gosh, less.
Yeah, I'm with that. I've been warm plunging lately, where I just get in there and take a hot shower. It's been done wonders for me.
Stop. That's dumb.
I'm just saying. Just catching on.
Toy Story movies.
Oh, more.
Oh,
I love Toy Story.
Same, dude.
Probably my favorite.
Yeah, whatever.
Sequel of series
Yeah,
of
I
movies.
love 'em.
I'm the same way. It's so good.
I cried during the
Same.
one where
they're all
the
holding hands.
kid went to
College.
college. I cried.
And he's playing with
Yeah.
playing with
Yeah.
yeah. What's her
And
name? Bonnie.
He gives his toys to.
She's
the
like my cowboy,
little girl.
and he
Yeah.
grabs. Yeah, he's gonna take. Yeah, I got chilling on my tattooed arms right now.
Really great writing. What about pineapple on pizza?
No,
really?
not at all.
I'm with
no.
you.
See, I'm a
We're the
pineapple
same
guy.
human, dude. Same age.
He's way cooler than you are.
Maybe richer, but I wanna be cooler.
College football playoffs. We kind of got more of them, but
Do we need more than we already got?
Like more teams.
More.
I mean that's
Yeah,
kind of
more
that's
teams.
kind of a loaded question because I mean they just added. I mean last year was the first 12 team, right?
12 teams. I could see going to like 16.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with that.
Maybe.
I'm with that.
I like a good college football game on the weekend, man. I'll take as many as I can get.
Yeah, especially
Right.
since the
Yeah.
SEC's back, man.
Yeah. Is that all of them? Yeah.
Yeah, that's all of them.
That's all of them.
Thanks for playing along. You won.
That was sponsored by Tacoma. You get a pair of Tacomas for that. There you go. Show them to me.
Hey, how did the softball game go? Did you
did you
hit a
win?
dinger?
No, I hit like crap. I get on to my girls for rolling their hands over
Yeah. Got to
and grounding
Like
out.
keeping it square through the
Yeah, not palm up, palm down.
Yeah, through the
That's what I
zone.
always tell them. And I did it every time. I went over 3.
Oh, Jay Moore, come on.
just dinkers.
Yeah,
Who
they
threw you
weren't-
out?
I didn't.
You
I
didn't
hit
strike
them
out,
well.
did you?
I didn't strike out.
Okay,
no.
yeah,
Anybody struck
good,
out?
good. Hardy
I don't
struck
think
out.
so.
think
Hardy,
Hardy-
yeah. No, Hardy was.
Hardy wasn't even there.
Man, he was a speedster.
I saw him running around.
I swear to
bases.
God, like I really go, damn, Hardy's fast.
Yeah.
Now, I will say
Really
this.
great.
Dan doesn't look like he's fast. He's got tiny legs, big torso, but guy's sneaky fast.
I'm fast.
Yeah,
Guy's
Always
sneaky
been
fast.
I'm slow.
Are you?
Really?
People think I'm fast
I would have
because
thought
I'm
you were a
small.
little leadoff hitter. Small,
I'm
fast
quick.
Guy. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
sideways.
Yeah. Give me a little
But-
quick move.
But I'm not.
That's pretty quick.
That's pretty quick.
But I'm not fast
quick as
at
he
all.
went.
That's the
quickest. That's the quickest guess. I would thought he wasn't going to do it.
By far.
I almost missed it because I wasn't even looking
By
at
far
it.
quickest guess we've had on here.
Ain't no
so
doubt.
far. By far.
Totally.
Still got it, dude. 41. 41, baby. We still got it.
Oh
Don't hate
man,
on us.
I like you so much, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's do. We've been here. We've only got 15 minutes. We've been here an hour. Let's do Gravorite song.
Yeah, let's do it. You want to play it? You want me to play it? Why here?
We're gonna do the
Let's do
one
whatever
we
you want
did
to do.
earlier.
We'll do whatever
dude.
you want to do, man. If you want to do another one, do another one.
Just some more.
Where there's a cloud don't mean there's rain. Tears in my eyes don't mean there's pain. Don't flatter yourself. I'm over you.
Crispy.
If I seem a little bit cold, it only means you lost the hold you had on me. I'm over you. You heard I'm drinking more than I should, baby. All that good. Someone told you I was taking it rough. Why are they making those stories up? And I'm over you.
Justin Moore, the vocal killer. Man, you can sing your.
Oh, thank you, man.
I love hearing you.
Was your granddad or your parents like? Did y'all listen to classic country growing up?
Yeah, and my dad was a big time influence as far as that goes.
Yeah.
And back then, you know, you could call into a radio station and go, "Hey, can you play that new Clint Black song?" And they would play it.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that,
Yeah.
but so growing up, I mean, I don't know, there were 4 or 5 stations locally,
Yeah.
and all but maybe one of them was a country station.
Yeah.
You know, and the other may be like a classic rock station or something.
Yeah.
So
I've called one song. I've called and requested one song in my life.
What was it for?
It was Country Grammar by Nelly back in middle school.
oh man,
Jeez.
when we were in high school, how old are you?
37.
He's 4 years younger.
When we were in high school, that was
I was in middle school.
the jam.
Oh, no doubt. All those St. Lunatics and
Hey, I'm going down, baby.
with the edited version.
Those rainbow streets sweep away, ready to let it go. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, what?
Pass it to me now. Light it up and take a puff. Pass it again. Something like that.
No, that's not the words.
Hey, dude. We're like kind of a big deal around here. So we get
Clearly.
we get to give boots to our guests, bro.
Man,
And I know that's the only reason you're here. Thanks for coming on.
Well, thank
There's
you
you
guys.
a pair of a slick.
Should I open these?
Yeah, dude.
Get in there, dog.
Should I wear them without socks like him?
Dan does not have socks on today and
Why
put
did
them on.
you bust me out? We're not that
We
close
should just
yet.
we should just keep the cameras rolling until he gets them on.
I think we're that close.
Put me on blast. It's on my own podcast.
I think we're that close.
We are.
That's a
You should
dumb.
show
That's a dumb
everybody.
move.
I will
Try to take
also-
one off. Try to take them off. Start right now. Start trying to take them off.
Nah, it's gonna take a minute.
There you go. Start taking them off,
Here, do you need help?
I need a boot jack.
dude. Not that bad. Not.
The left one.
Oh. Yeah. Dude, I can smell
That's
those.
redonkulous.
Look, you want to see
I mean, you look ridiculous right
You want
now.
to see my? That's my toe where my son dropped that gun on my toe.
Oh, dude, you're just a baby.
I'm telling you, it's broke.
That didn't look hurt.
It's broke.
No,
Bro.
it's not.
They
Like-
smell good. They still smell good.
Can they not send? Can Tagopas not send y'all some socks?
Maybe they can.
I mean, look,
Listen, I moved my lawnmower
What in
back
the
to the
world?
shed this morning because I ran out of gas and I forgot to put socks on. I wore my Crocs to
You
work.
did
I'm
wear
sorry.
Crocs, so I don't know if you can do Crocs with socks. I can smell those, and they smell amazing.
Yeah, mine smell good too.
They
still.
smell like
They
the
do.
best boot in country music.
I love it. Thank you guys.
Thanks for coming on, dude.
Thanks for coming on.
I'll put them to good use.
You're,
Heck yeah, dude.
You're a great example of a country artist that cares about his family and his career. And
Appreciate
Yeah,
y'all.
thanks for coming on.
And thank y'all for your time.
Dude, absolutely. Thanks for your time.
for sure.
Hey, where are you on the road this fall? Where can people watch you?
I have no idea.
So go check out Justin Moore somewhere.
Everywhere.
Justin Moore's everywhere this fall.
Playing 80 shows.
Go check him out.
Yeah, we are out. We're doing a lot of shows with Joe Nichols, who we
Give me
love.
that
And
girl with her hair and a dress.
another Arkansas guy. Y'all should get him on here.
I'd love to.
I love Joe.
He's a great guy.
He cut some of my songs in this last record, man.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's great.
Look at you.
Hey, man.
You're a sneaky,
I'm a real
good
songwriter.
writer over
Thank
here.
you, man.
Dude, I
Appreciate
got
it.
cuts too. I got hits.
Oh, really?
Yes. What are you talking about? Really?
So he's the
know
only one who
anything.
brags, though.
Exactly.
You don't.
I'm not. I'm securing my manhood. He ain't.
Listen, I need every stream I can get. They're tearing us up out there, man.
Hey,
Us songwriters need them all.
no, for real. Thanks for coming on. Thank y'all for tuning in and watching this episode, listening to this episode. Justin Moore, everybody. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Will you
guys.
come back, man?
Appreciate y'all.
Come back sometime.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
come to
next year
Arkansas.
when you're back in town for the CMA Fest.
For sure.
When you're first time you
10
come to
years from
Nashville.
now.
Yeah,
come
10
back.
years from now. Can we do this via Zoom?
Yeah, sure, dude.
Okay.
We love Zoom.
Yeah, we love
Everybody.
Zoom.
Hey, we'll check y'all next time. Peace.
See you. Thanks.